Namaste, Lakshmi ji.
Namaste, Uma.
How are you? Good, I'm good. How are you?
Good. Will Kumar finish it today?
He said, yeah, I don't know, 10, there is 10 more, he said, right? 10 more.
Yeah.
So, if not today, then next week probably, right?
Next week he has invited Dr. Rajan.
Yes.
Yeah. Remaining sutras, Dr. Rajan will explain. If he is not able to finish it today.
Namaste.
Namaste, Kumar.
Namaste. Namaste.
Namaste, Miraj. Namaste, everyone. Okay. Let's start with 3 ohms. Let's take a deep breath. So what does the first ohm signify?
I'm
not the body of set of vibrations.
Okay. So that's how we ended this the last session. That we ended the session with that sutra. I don't know if you recall. No? Vishesha Darshina Atma Bhava Bhavana Nivrittihi. You don't recall what we said? That's what we said, that sense of the doer, that sense of being the doer, you get nivritti from that. That relief. You get relief from that. Until now, you keep thinking, right, that you are the doer, you are the doer, you are the doer. Every time that is what is getting. So that leaves you. So that's what we say in the first Om. That's what we want. We are saying we are a set of vibrations and not this body. Correct?
Yes,
people. So this sutra is that. And we are going to end this session with the sutra with the third Om. What is the third Om for?
Merge with the divine.
We are going to end the session with that. So on that note, So let me share the screen for once. There you go. So I'm quickly going to do a review because I want to complete all the 10 sutras today. I'm going to go at the speed of Dr. Rajan. So you all have to be quick, sharp, pay full attention. I'm not going to repeat too many times. So all the namaste, namaste. So I have published all my waivers. So so we saw how siddhis come to us. We saw siddhis come via birth, psychedelic drugs, mantras, which are vibrations based. Tapas, when you do tapas, the nadis get cleared. And because nadis get cleared, you get, you might get siddhis. And when you're in samadhi state, again, you might get siddhis. So this is how the siddhis come to us. The fivefold thing that is fivefold, 1, 2, 3, 4, 5. Yes, fivefold thing here said that. So that's how it comes to us. So we saw all that, and then we saw a little bit on creation, how the first soul is launched, how the Sattva Purusha creates Prakriti, has created Prakriti, and the responsibility of the Prakriti is to make sure the cosmic flow of things are taken care of, and whatever it needs to be done, what in that sense, what souls have to be launched, she will launch based on the requirement at that stage, right? So we have all been launched based on that. We have all, our soul was launched based on that requirement 1,000 years back, 10,000 years back. We don't know how many births we have taken, correct? So we saw that. And then we also saw this one chitta of Prakriti. Is that what we are saying? That became many chittas. And since Prakriti has this kleshas, we also got the kleshas. And then we saw, we always have this, because of the kleshas, we always have link with the Prakriti. And in addition, we also have a link with the Sattva Purusha, with the unmanifest divine, which kind of, by the age of 7 or so, it goes away. And then we have to work through that riddle. That's what we are doing right now. We have to work through this and get back the connection, right? And we also said, because of this connectivity to Prakriti, there is something called Vasana. The leaning comes from that at the first birth, based on what is the requirement for cosmic flow. Our soul, each of us soul, is given a leaning, what we should do. And then that is one. The second one is, as we are born in this physical world and take this physical body and various in the environment which we are born, so we get a leaning of vasana from that also. So these two vasanas exist with us until we completely dissipate everything, all the karma kleshas, until everything is dissipated and we don't no longer compare. All these things are with us. So we saw all that. And then what did we say? Most importantly, we saw the sutra on how all these things, these karma kleshas, vasanas, all this exist birth after birth after birth after birth, right? So it's called that, this we call that as an indicator. The soul or the Atma, we call it as the indicator, because this seems to be remembering everything of all the births that we have taken. So after that we saw, let me go here and see. Yes. So all these things, because of the fact that we lead life based on expectation. Phala. Our life is based on phalashraya. That is expectations coming into play all the time. So all these karma kleshas and all the samskaras, basically, they're all waiting to execute all the time. And that's the reason we face so many difficulties, meaning all these activations, etc. So as we go through this and we become more and more purer, we understand that we all are one, meaning the entire universe is made from one material. Gold, silver, copper, our body, everything is made from this concept. You must fully understand. Otherwise, you'll always think X is different from Y, Y is different from Z, etc. The only difference we said why we look different is why? Why do we look different?
Because of the chitta.
Chitta. Why each non-living object looks different?
Chitta.
Chitta. For
Chitta.
everything, it is a chitta. It is that program. It is that program unit which makes it look different. That you have to fully understand. Only the software is different. The hardware is the same. The material is the same in everything. Is this clear, people?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh, okay. What makes the material different? What makes the material look different? We went into that.
Rearrangement of elements.
The
Rearrangement of elements.
So that subatomic, if you keep going right up to the atom level, and then you look at the subatomic elements, we see that gold and silver, they have different composition of what? At the atomic level.
Protons, neutrons, and electrons.
Electron, they have different combinations of that. One may have 50, the other may have 40 or 30. That's what makes it look different. With me?
Yes.
That's what makes it look different. Why it became like that? That's because of the chitta. Understand? What, Meena? I mean, there seems to be a lot of doubt in your not able to understand.
Okay.
Huh? Not able to understand?
Like, yes, yes, I can understand. But sometimes, but sometimes there's a doubt. I don't know
Both
what is
yes or no, both.
No.
Yes and no.
No, what is the doubt?
அதே கண்டுபிடிக்க முடியல இன்னும் கண்டுபிடிச்ச அப்புறமா கேக்குறேன்.
So this understanding that the material is the same in everyone. So what is the underlying material? Underlying, if you go right up to the subatomic level, what is underlying? What is the subatomic parts? Electrons, neutrons, and protons. They are the same in every material. The combination, the composition, the number of electrons, That's the only thing that is different. That is based on the software. That's all I'm trying to tell you.
Okay. Mm.
Okay.
Mm.
All right. So we saw all that, and as we understand this, more deeper and deeper, all this covering that we have of avidya, etc., they start falling off. That's what we saw in the rest of the sutras, starting from 417 or something like that. And then you start looking, and then you're able to look at the real you, because as the activation ceases, because of this great understanding, as the activation ceases, and now you're able to look at yourself, your chitta. You're able to look at your chitta and say, hey, here is my real me, and then there is this coloring me. The color is that Maya. So both the things you're able to clearly see. Okay? Yes, people?
Mm. Yes,
Yes.
yes.
Okay. So as this goes on, then you get to the point of understanding that even though the head is filled with all these innumerable impressions, that is this all these programs, as they are tied up, it is now they are all tied up, right? Because the activations are not taking place, they are all tied up, but it is still there. It has not been burnt away, correct? Yes, it's still there.
Mm.
It has not
It's
been
there.
demagnetized. It is still there.
Yeah.
So this is what we are saying in Sutra 424. Even though it has a picture of innumerable impressions, it is made to act in conjunction for a higher purpose. Only now it is bowing down to act in conjunction with for the higher purpose. What is the higher purpose, Uma?
For to live to live for Swadharma.
Yes. To live per Swadharma. What is the higher purpose? You are living per Swadharma. Why are you living per Swadharma?
To merge with unmanifest divine.
So because you are seeking that connectivity with the divine, right? Good. So we finished with Sutra 425. Vishesha Darshana Atma Bhava Bhavana Nivartihi. That special vision or darshan you get of what so far you have been thinking, Atma Bhava Bhavana. This Atma Bhava Bhavana is the inner core of yourself. But this inner core of yourself, instead of looking at it as a seer, you have been looking at it as a doer. So that Atma Bhava Bhavana Nivrittihi. You get Nivritti from that. I am the body. I am this body. I am the doer. With me?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. So let's move on to the next sutra, 426. Tada
Scroll down
Vivek.
can you sorry Kumaji, can you scroll down the sutras, please?
Okay.
Thank you.
Tada Viveka Nimnam Kaivalya Pragbharam Chittam. Pragbharam Chittam. So from this point, from which point, from all these activations, everything quietening down, and now that full understanding, I am not this body, that is gone. That I am not, the doer part is gone. You're in a state of asmita from that. Tada, from that. Viveka Nimnam. Viveka means wisdom, Nimna means lower level, that lower level discernment or wisdom. So what is this lower level understanding? This lower level, here we are saying lower level understanding is that I am not the body. That is the lower level understanding. From here, it is moving towards Pragbharam, means it is going towards Pragbharam, Kaivalya Pragbharam. It is going towards Kaivalyam. What is going towards Kaivalyam? The Chittam. Your Chitta. With me?
Yes.
You understand the sutra?
Mm.
Vivekanimnam, that lower level lower level wisdom is now moving towards Kaivalya Pragbharam. Moving towards Kaivalya, that is the Chittam, the Chitta. The Chitta is moving towards that. From the lower level understanding to the Kaivalya Pragbharam. Finally, we want to get to that state, right? Kaivalya. Freedom in isolation, where we are not bothered about anything around us. Nothing can disturb our peace. That doesn't mean that you are indifferent. No. Nothing can affect our peace. X can say anything, Y can say anything, X can show their face to us. They may not want to talk to us today. When we want to talk, none of this will bother us. Because they are all external inputs, correct?
Yes.
Correct.
As long as you are dependent on external inputs, there is no peace.
Yes.
There is no internal peace.
Yes.
Okay. Tat chidreshu pratyaya antarani samskarebhyah. So now we have we are cutting through, right? We are cutting through all these various things in our head. Let me see. Hold on. So tat chidreshu, breaking apart or breaking through. Breaking apart or breaking through. What are we breaking apart? The chitta, various things, we are just breaking it out. Pratyaya, reaction, how we feel. Antarani. Antarani means what is inside. So basically what it is saying is, even as we are moving through the chitta, this is the program, certain things will come out. See, even as we are in deep meditation and things like that, people will have visions, and they will sometimes they say something through their mouth. All that will happen. That's because of all these activations. They are coming out. Okay, activations that have been bound. They are trying to react and they are trying to dissipate. So certain things will come out which are kind of weird things, physical, visual, etc. That is how the inner program, Chitta, is expressing itself. Okay, that is how the Chitta is expressing itself. Now you are seeing it. Earlier you are not seeing it. Now you are seeing all those things happening. So samskarebhyaha means the inner convictions of the samskaras. Samskara is all this karma klesha, activation, vasanas, all put together, the samskaras. Sanskarebhyaha means the inner convictions of the samskaras. That which belongs to the samskaras. So antarani sanskarebhyaha, the the inner connections, convictions, the sanskaras. That's what it means. Antarani sanskarebhya. Sanskarebhya means. So even as we cutting through this, and as we are in meditation and things like that, certain visions come. So it could be some visions of the past and things like that. Is how it is going to express itself. Sometimes, you don't understand what it is, but later on you'll understand. That's what he's also trying to tell you.
Tat in this sutra represents chitta or the.
That, yeah.
Yes. Three.
Anam Yesham 428. Anam Yesham Kleshavat Uktam. So let's see here. Yesham. Yesham means all of those reactions coming from the chitta. Okay, all of those reactions that are coming from the chitta. What are those reactions? That's what we saw. All sorts of weird things that are happening inside. Some things we understand, some things we don't understand. It could be from previous birth, whatever. Some visions, etc. That's what the meaning of Yesham. All of those reactions coming from the chitta. Hanam means to oppose. Okay. Hanam means to oppose. So Kleshavat means all the kleshas, karmas, all those things put together. Uktam. How do we oppose all these things? Uktam. Ukta means speak, right? Ukta means speak. So Patanjali is saying it is, the way we oppose all these things is the way we have already spoken about it already. What did we say? That is to just observe them without commenting, just watch them. That's how you get rid of them. How did we get rid of the activation? How did we get rid of the activation?
Ashtanga Yoga?
Yeah, but what was the principle? Was it to fight with that?
No.
Observe
just-
and let go.
Not be reactive.
Stop
Being
reacting.
non-reactive.
Non-reactive.
Becoming aware of these activations and being non-reactive, right? Being an experiencer, not a doer. Obviously, on day one, you're not going to do that. Over a period of time, slowly you become an experiencer. Just observe. So that's what we are going to do here too. As all these things come out, you are going to be an observer.
Observer.
So just as was told earlier, where in Sutra 427, that's what he says, right? The Chiddeshu, Pratyay Antarani Sanskarebhya, all these things are coming out. So, as it was told earlier too, just being an observer and not getting affected. Okay, now we move on to Sutra 29. A very important sutra. I call it the DMS Sutra. So you will find out what is DMS. Prasankyena api akusidasya sarvada viveka kyatehi dharma mega samadhihi. Dharma DMS, Dharma Megha Samadhi. In Chennai, there is this main road called Anna Salai, right? Mount Road. the main thoroughfare like Dale Mabry in Tampa. So in that there is a bus stop called DMS. I don't know if Meena remembers or my sister remembers.
Yes, I remember.
Yeah. Do you know what is the expansion of the DMS?
Some directorate of,
Huh?
I don't know. Directorate of,
Directorate of what? Anyway, doesn't matter. Next time, tell
it's
me.
not important.
I don't remember. I don't recall. So here DMS means Dharma Mega Samadhi. So what is this Dharma Mega Samadhi? Sankhya, Prasankyena. Sankhya means number. Prasankyena means innumerable, countless. Okay? Countless. So what is countless? What is countless in our head?
Programs.
Yes, yes. Countless programs, countless impurities. There are countless impurities already, but right now, even with these countless impurities, more programs are being formed, correct?
Mm.
Why, Meena?
Huh?
Why new programs
Because
are being formed?
Because of the activations.
Because of the activations. How are the activations happening?
Reactions.
Why are you reacting? No, activations cause reaction.
Reactions.
What causes activations?
The triggers from the karma,
Kleshas. Kleshas.
kleshas.
What are the kleshas?
Asmita,
Raga,
avidya,
Vidya,
avidya,
asmi-
avidya,
Asmita,
Asmita,
Raga,
Raga,
Desha,
Desha,
and
Abhinivesha.
Abhinivesha. So all this is causing all this. So as long as these kleshas are active, activations are going to be active, meaning, and we have already said that this we have this Chaitanya, artificial intelligence. So new programs are going to get created all the time based on the situation. So new things are happening, new karma are getting added. See, the new karma getting added is also a program. Okay, at some point of time, that karma has to work. That code has to work and cause things to happen. It has to trigger something, whatever. So already we have innumerable programs, and we are adding more programs to that. With me?
Yes.
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 Okay. But now, in chapter 4, after going through all these sutras, we know that we have come to a state where we are all the chittas have become quiet, which means all the programs are still existing, but we are not forming new programs. That itself is a big relief, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
Biggest relief.
No new programs. No new programs are happening. That is only in your hand. It is not in the hand of anybody outside. New programs not happening is only in your hand. You understand, Uma, this clearly?
Yes. Kumarji, yes.
So that's what we are saying here. Kusidasya. That's what he's using. He's using a very interesting word. Kusidasya. Kusida means usherer. Usurer means the person who charges very high interest. Kanduvetti. In Tamil we say Kanduvetti. The person who charges very high level of interest, especially people who don't have collateral and things like that, or even if they have only very little collateral, he will still give the money, but at a very, very high interest. If the bank is charging 5%, he will charge 30% or 35%. That's how all these film folks, they take movies, right? They take money at very high interest because they know they put 1 million now, they can make within 6 months or so, they can make 50 million or 100 million or whatever. And then repay him. So, to see that means the assurer at a very high interest rate at a geometric progression level. Okay, now I have to go to mathematics. Anybody remembers arithmetic progression? Arithmetic progression? No. Okay, take these numbers. 3, 5, 7, 9, like that. Or 2, 4, 6, 8. Okay, it's a series. 2, 4, 6, So what is the difference between the numbers? It is 2, right?
Mm.
Yes.
Correct?
Yes.
So each is separated by a difference of 2.
unit.
So that is called an arithmetic progression. Okay, it can be 2, 4, 6, 8 like that, or it could be 2, 5, 8, 11, 14, where the difference is 3. I forgot the term for this interval. I don't know. Do you remember, Gandhi? What is the name for that interval?
No, Kumar.
Anybody?
Yeah.
I forgot what it is. So this is called arithmetic progression, where you just add that number 3, then you can get the next number, right? It's called arithmetic progression. In a geometric progression, it will be a multiplicative number. It will be 2, 6, 18, 54, like that. Okay. And if you look at the difference, it is a multiplicative 3. 2 times 3 is 6. 6 times 3 is 18. 18 times 3 is 54. 54 times 3 is so and so on and so forth. It's called a geometric progression. If you look at the 2 series, the first one and the second one, which is getting higher and higher quickly?
Geometric.
progression.
The geometric progression, right? Yes?
Yes.
So, that is what we are seeing here. Is this simple interest? With simple interest, is your capital going to increase, or with compound interest, the capital is going to increase faster?
Compound interest.
With the compound interest. So the compound interest, we are going to call it a geometric progression. So that's what this fellow does. This Kanduvetti, the fellow who charges very high interest rate, that's what he does. He uses the geometric progression to charge interest. Anyway, so to see that means happening at a geometric progression rate, very, very high rate, it is accumulating. Akusidasya means in the reverse way it is happening. With me?
Mm. Yes.
Kusidasya means at a very high rate, your property value is increasing. Whatever valuables you have, the value of all that is increasing because of so many investments that you're making, blah, blah, blah. It is all increasing at a very high geometric progression rate. Akusidasya means it is falling at the rate, like for Adani, it fell, right?
Mm.
In the recent past.
Oh.
Yes or no? You
Yes.
did not read? Everywhere it is there.
Yes.
Yes.
All over the world.
Mm.
People, you also have to keep your ears open to other things that are happening around you. Yes, Gandhi?
Yes, Kumar. Yeah.
So you are understanding what I'm saying, correct?
Right, yeah.
Adani is supposed to be the closest friend for Modi.
Right.
So please listen to TV. TV is telling you everything.
No, it causes more thoughts or more disturbance, Kumarji.
Mhm.
It causes more disturbance, like it more
You have to
programs.
be able to discern.
Discern. Okay, that's correct. Right?
So read the newspaper. A newspaper is also the same media. So you need to discern. So his property values suddenly fell billions of dollars. So it fell. How did it fall? Akusi dasya. At a very high geometric rate, it fell. And earlier also it went up at a kusidasya rate only. That is why they questioned how a person within 10 years from 2014 to 2024 his net value increased by so many billions of dollars. It went up at a kusidasya rate. Okay, why all this I'm saying? So we have all these innumerable things and they are all falling at akusidasya sarvata. They are all falling at the akusidasya rate. They are all coming down at akusidasya rate. Oh, what is all these programs? They are all getting dissipated now. Only now we are talking about dissipation. They are all being dissipated as akusidasya rate. Sarvata, in all senses, always, at all times. Why it is happening? Because of viveka kyatehi, discriminative knowledge. Wisdom is wisdom. Viveka is wisdom, that is discriminative. Kyatehi, knowledge, discriminative knowledge. Because of discriminative knowledge, this is happening. So there is nothing that is accumulating. and it is also falling off at a very high speed. All these programs are dissipating. And this state is called Dharma Mega Samadhi. Okay? Tataha, from there, Klesha Karma Nivarti. Do I even have to explain? From there, Klesha Karma Nivarti. You get Nivarti from
Relief.
Klesha
Klesha
karmas.
and
Karmas.
karma. You are getting relief from all that. Because all these programs are burning away, right? And the programs are all kleshas, karmas, all these things are programs. They're all burning away at
Very high
the
speed.
rate. At a very high rate. At the user rate. The kusida is a user. In English we say user.
Kumar, you
Yes.
said akusidasya rate only it comes down, no?
Yes.
Uh,
Yeah. That's what I'm saying.
that
Kusida means
means,
user.
huh?
It comes down at see,
this is
you have to either
akusida-
say
Uh,
you have to say it is happening at akusidasya rate, or you have to say it is coming down at kusidasya rate. You cannot use two negatives.
Wow.
That's all I'm saying, right?
Okay.
Falling at kusidasya rate. Right?
No.
Falling at kusidasya rate.
That's what it is.
Okay.
Or you can say it is happening at akusidasya rate.
Kusidasya.
You cannot say it is falling at negative rate, which makes no sense. That's what I'm saying. You don't use two negatives. That's all I'm saying. Okay. So now we know what Dharma Mega Samadhi does to us. Okay. Let's move on. I'm fighting with the clock here. Tada Sarva Avarna Mala.
Kumarji, scroll down the sutras, please. Scroll down. Thank you.
We are right there. 431.
Tata sarva
Tada sarva avarna mala apetasya jnanasya jnanasya. Actually, in the English thing it is wrong. Jnanasya anantayat nyayam nyayam alpam. So tada, from that, sarva is all, covering. Avarna is covering. Mala is dirt. Apetasya, having been relieved of it. Jnanasya, through knowledge, but through knowledge. Jnanasya is the possessive form of jnana. Right? Jnanasya, of jnana. By knowledge, through knowledge.
Apetasya means
Having- Apetasya. It's not apeta. Apetasya. Apetasya means having been relieved of it.
having
Infinite. Anantyat means infinite. Nyayam. Nyayam means what is to be known. Alpam. Alpam means is very little. So we'll see what this means. So we have seen already that we have expanded in the Dharma Mega Samadhi state, we have expanded or wiped out all the programs with us, correct? That's what it does. We did in the previous sutra, correct? At the
Yes.
Kusidasya rate, everything came down. So when that has happened, what is the nature of that? When this is all happening, what will be the nature of such a person? What will be the nature of such a chitta? So that's what Patanjali is describing in this sutra. From that, so after having been purified of all the programs with infinite knowledge, you realize what is really to be known is very little. So that's what we are saying here. If you look at Nyayam alpam.
Nyayam.
What is
Nyayam.
Sorry, Nyayam. Nyayam is Nyayam alpam. What is to be known? What is to be known is very little. That's what you understand. So all this covering, all this dirt that was covering all that, is everything has gone away through the Dharma Mega Samadhi process, and we have been purified. And in this purification, what we see is Nyayam alpam. What is to be known is very little. What is that very little? What is that you come to understand that very little? That we are just a tool in this cosmic flow. Until now, you thought you are a big fellow, you are a CEO, you are a CTO, you are a CFO, you are a Adani, you are a big boss, you are a prime minister of a country, you are a president of a country, I am this, I am that. Even at a very small level, I said so. Right? Now you understand that we are only robots. Each one has been programmed in a certain way to do certain things. And then you understand there is very little to be known. What is that very little to be known? The very little to be known is I am just a tool in this entire cosmic flow of things. If I understand this, that I am a tool, then things will just be beautiful and lovely. And I don't interfere in anything. X calls me and says, oh, why told me this? why don't you please call Y and speak to Y and ask why told me this. So immediately you put on the phone, you call Y and ask why did you say this? So those type of stupid and idiotic things you will stop doing. Right?
Yes.
My son calls me and says, my son calls me and says, Meena said this to me. My atta. Meena is atta, right? Is aunt. So I can immediately put the phone down and I can call her, Meena, what the hell? Why did you say such things to my son? Right? All those stupid things will stop. So that's what you're saying here. With infinite knowledge, you realize what is really to be known is very, very, very little. And what's that very, very little? Very simple. It is essential to know that this body is only an instrument of the cosmic flow. And so you have gone through all this process of realization, of reading through so many sutras for 1 year, to just realize that you are a dummy robot. Just do your job and don't fight with it, and everything takes care of itself. Just do your duty and carry along, and don't be reacting to everything. If you stop reacting, this is one reaction. My son calls, immediately I react. I don't even think. How dare Meena tells my son this? How dare Meena says this to my daughter? How dare Meena says this to my grandchild? I don't even think. Then if my son can complain to me, calling me on the phone, he can bloody well call Meena directly, right? And speak to her. So just do your job. This is not your job, carrying like a postman. This is bloody gossip. So understanding that I'm just a tool for a higher purpose, to do higher things. Just do your job and don't fight with it. Everything takes care of itself. Just do your duty and carry along, and don't be reacting to everything that is happening around you. Then there are no more karmas. When you stop reacting, there are no more karmas and everything will be fine. That's what is the meaning of this sutra. Okay?
Yes.
Okay. All right. Now, next sutra. Tataha kritarthanam parinamakrama samapatihi gunanam. So, tataha, of all this, of all that we have learned, kritarthanam. Kritarthana means doing certain things. Okay. The intention, the kritarthana means really means the intention to do something. Samapati. Samapati means to end. Samaptva, we say in Hindi, they say, right? Samaptva. Parinama. Parinama is result, we know that. Kramaha. Kramaha means sequence. Mama kramaha. This is my turn, my sequence. If I have to speak, I'll say, Mama kramaha. This is my turn. Let me speak. Uma, keep quiet. I'm going to speak. That's what I will say. Gunana. Gunas, we know, those are the vibrations which carry the energy, correct?
Yes.
That's the only way all the activations finally produce some result through these energies, through these vibrations that carry this. So whenever there is a program inside us, it impels us to go and do certain functions, right? Whenever there is a program inside us, it is impelling us to do certain activations, correct?
Yes.
the gunas, the flow of energy, helps us to fulfill these reactions. That also we know. That is how we slap somebody or we show some terrible displeasure on our face, or in the words that we speak, even in the smile that we make. It can be a sarcastic smile or it can be a genuine smile. So many things are there, right? Yes or no, people?
Yes. Of course.
So the sarcastic smile is also coming from that activation. So all these things, everything that we do, and from that activation, the guna is carrying it forward to either produce it in form of the smile or in the form of words, whatever. So the gunas, the flow of energy, helps us to fulfill these reactions. In other words, when the purpose to do things has ended, when the purpose to do things has ended, then there are no more gunas. Kritartham, when there is no more intention to do anything, there is no more purpose to do anything, the gunas also end. No more, there is no more meaning for gunas, no more work for gunas, correct?
Yes.
So because of this, the gunas also fall off. All your karma kleshas fell off. Now the
Now
gunas also fall off.
follow.
So that is the meaning of that sutra.
Okay.
Samapati, his end. Gunanam has ended.
Ended.
The krama samapati gunanam. The sequence of
Samaptihi,
what-
Kumar. Samaptihi.
Samaptihi gunanam. The sequence of things that the gunas were doing has all come to an end. Finished. Okay. In that state, what is that is going to, what is that that's going to happen to us in that state? That's what we're going to see next. So everything has stopped. The purpose of, you have come to a point where you're saying, oh, there's nothing, I have understood everything. And what I have understood is there is nothing more to be understood. Nothing more to be understood is what I have understood. Correct, Uma?
Yes.
Confused look you're having. Nothing more I need to understand. All that I have to understand is I am a stupid tool. In this cosmic flow of things, I am just a tool, just like a screwdriver. It is a divine who is assume you're holding a screwdriver, and like that, we are all screwdrivers, and the divine is holding the screwdriver and using the screwdriver. So we just have to move according to the way the divine is moving us, either clockwise or anti-clockwise or up or down. The divine will decide. The cosmic flow will decide.
Then we should not say stupid tool. We are a divine tool. Like we should be happy for that. We should be happy for that.
No, stupid tool as long as you are abhinivesha.
Yes.
When
well
you
said.
stop being abhinivesha, then you are no longer a stupid tool.
Right.
Only then you become a tool. Until then, you are a stupid tool.
I agree.
Kshanapratī yogi parinama aparant nirgrahyah kramaha. Kshanapratī yogi. Actually, both the sutras you have to take it together. So I'll read the next sutra also. Purushartha shunyanam gunanam pratiprasavah kaivalyam swarupar pratishta va, up to that, and then chitti shaktehi iti. Chitti shaktehi iti. Okay. So that va means or. So 433 right up to that va is one sutra. Actually, It is connected to the same sutra. Chanaprati yogi. So, Sutra 434 explains the state of 433. So, let us first see 433. Kshana Prati Yogi. Kshana means every moment. I mean, Kshana means moment, Prati means every. So, every moment. Being a yogi every moment. How did he become a yogi every moment? Because of all that we did so far. The Dharma Mega Samadhi cleaned out everything, and that gave us the realization that we are only a tool, right? From that understanding, now we have come to a state where all the gunas have also fallen off because we understand there is nothing else to be done. So you have become a yogi because no more abhinivesha, you are fully in the state of asmita and observing things. Moment to moment, you are just observing. So this is the result. Parinama aparanta. Aparanta. Paranta. Paranta means that which does not belong to this physical world, the physical part. Para means beyond. Aparanta means not fully gone yet. It is still, there is something connected to this physical world. So connectivity, nirgrahya, grahya means grasping in a very special way. Nikrishta, nir means nikrishta, nikrishta. That is in a very special way, it is grasping the yogi. What is in a very special way grasping the yogi? A program. Kramaha is activation or a sequence. In this case, it is only one program that is there. There's only one program. All other programs are gone. And that one program is what it is there right now. Because of being a Kshanapati yogi, he is seeking to connect with God all the time. The connectivity to God is the program, the krama. That is the krama. The meaning of krama, the krama, the sequence or whatever you want to call it, the turn or whatever, that is the program. That is only one single program. And that single program is trying to connect to the divine all the time, stay in connectivity all the time. With me?
Yes.
So this is the state of the Kshanapati yogi. So what does that do? Being in this state, what does it do? That's what is explaining in 434 right up to that va. The Purushartha Shunyanam. Purushartha means the meaning of life. Artha, Purusha. Purushartha means the meaning of life. I mean, doesn't mean that there is no meaning for a woman. Purusha means it's a very generic way. You have to say as a human being. The purpose of living. Shunyam, zero. It has come to zero. The purpose of life has come to zero. You have now understood. The purpose is life is not to accumulate wealth. The purpose of life is not to beget wealth. Is not to beget children. None of this. You have understood that very clearly. It's just to flow with the cosmic flow of things. Right? Prati prasavaha. Prasavaha means to give birth, right? We all know that. Yes?
Yes.
Yes, going inward.
Huh?
Prati
Prasavaha means
prasavaha
outwards. Outwards.
Going inward.
Outwards. No. Prasavaha
Prati
means
prasava.
outwards.
Outward delivery.
Giving birth. You don't give.
Deliver.
How do you give birth? By pushing the child out, right? Come on, mother.
No, I'm saying pratiprasavaha means going in.
Pratiprasavaha means, prasavaha
Going.
means giving birth. Pratiprasavaha means not giving birth, taking it backwards, taking it inwards. What are we drawing? Drawing inwards. What are we drawing inwards? All the gunas, everything has drawn inwards, has gone dormant. Nothing is going out. Nothing is reacting, no reactions, no energy is flowing outside to make all these activations happen. Nothing is happening. Okay.
Okay.
So, though the gunas which that is the impelling energy, that is the one that is causing all these activations. Not the activation, the one that is carrying the reactions, all that is drawn inwards. Now we are established in the state of Kaivalya. Kaivalyam Swarupa Pratitishta. Pratishta, sorry, not Pratitishta, Pratishta. Pratishta. Murti Pratishta. We say that Murti, I mean, installing. Yeah, installing. So, what is getting installed? Kaivalyam has got installed. Kaivalya Swarupa. You have become Kaivalya Swarupa. Your Swarupam has become Kaivalyam. Fully complete. The state of Kaivalya is installed in you. Or Chitti Shakti iti. Chitti Shakti iti. Or Chitti Shakti. What is the meaning of that? Is very interesting that even that one single program which was connecting, right?
Shanaprati.
The Chanaprati Yogi, in the state of the Chanaprati Yogi, one single program with the divine, the connectivity. Now you are come to a state where you feel that even that is not necessary. That means even that program, when it drops, everything is completely demagnetized in you. Only one program was there, everything else was gone. Now even that one program is demagnetized, which means you are merged with the divine.
The divine.
With me?
Yes.
I am 5 minutes over time. I'm going to take another 5 minutes or so to kind of finish this off.
That one program.
A person who has no more purpose of living, but there is one little program in there that is still connected to the God. That is the Chanaprati Yogi, right? Always connected as a yogi. And that is not letting go, but the person is free, established in a state of Kaivalya. The program is connected and the person is fully in the state of Kaivalya. Or even that one program can go away and the merger becomes complete. So these are the two final states that can happen upon death. Two highest states that can happen. Either you can completely merge with the divine, you are no longer there. When I say you no longer there, I am not talking about the body. What am I talking about?
Chitta.
Chitta. All the programs have gone. Please understand, you are identified only by the chitta. You are not identified by your body. At least I think you are understanding that. When I say you, I am talking always about the chitta. I am not talking about your stupid body. No. So you can get released in two ways. One is you can become a Ksanaprati Yogi, or you can completely merge with the divine. So when we say Chitti Shakti, Shaktehi, even that connectivity that happened with the divine is gone, meaning you become,
Merge.
you
One.
completely, fully merge with the divine. You become a material of the divine. With me?
Yes.
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 Right? So you have to understand how this happens. You take a magnetic tape or a CD. If you take that, which is say filled with some songs, nice songs, and you take it near a powerful magnet, and then you play it on your CD player, no song will be there. You know why?
Demagnetize.
What happened? Demagnetize. What is the meaning of demagnetization?
Everything is gone. Your songs are no longer there.
Erased.
How was
Erased.
originally song? How were songs originally there?
The magnet.
What magnet?
Magnetic.
Okay. Now you have to understand this small thing. The way the recordings are made, listen carefully. Every magnet has north and south pole, right?
Right.
North and south pole, north and south pole, north and south pole. That's how it is. So when everything is when we say when it is demagnetized from one end to the other, one end it will be north pole, the other end will be south pole. That's all. The entire disk, if you take, one end will be north pole, the other end will be south pole. One big long magnet. That's how it will be. When there is a recording in that, there will be tiny north south pole magnets. With me? Don't understand. Tiny pieces of NS will be there. Tiny. There will be a NS here, right to that next, and how long it will be, how short it will be, all that it depends on the voice, the music, etc. Okay, let's not go too deep into that. That every NS will be a small, tiny magnet. Okay. And when the reading head goes between the two magnets, one the north-south ends, and then the north-south begins. So between the two, between the south and the north, the south pole and the north pole of the next magnet. First magnet north pole, south pole. Second magnet north pole, south pole. So when in that gap, because there is a difference in the poles, one is a south pole, the other is a north pole, there is a signal that is generated. That's the signal which carries the intelligence, the music. How high it will be, how quick it will be, all that is dependent on how it is recorded. Let's not go too deep into this. Then you'll all get confused. Then I have to bring mathematics. So let's not do all that. So this is how it will be arranged in a sequence, not south, not south, not south. Whenever there is whenever there is a change of poles, there is a signal that is generated. Whenever there is no change of poles, there is no signal that is generated. With me, people?
Yes.
So when we say we wipe out,
whenever there is a change, what happens?
A signal will be generated.
Okay.
That signal is a part of the music, a piece of the music. That's how it is recorded. Tiny bits, it is recorded. With me?
Okay. Yes.
So all these tiny things are all gone. When you take it to a big magnet, all these tiny things are gone, and it is one full piece of magnet. So when the reading head goes over it, there is no signal.
Oh,
Right? Unless you have
Right,
tiny,
yeah.
there's a change of poles, only then there will be a signal. With me?
Yes. Mhm.
Yes?
Yes,
Yes.
So that's how it is recorded on a magnetic tape also. All the technique is the same. The technique is that there has to be a change in the poles, magnetic poles between the two faces of the tiny magnet. You must just imagine like a tiny bar magnet being stuck on the tape. You must imagine like that.
Okay.
Excepting here, on a tape or on a disc, there is no physical magnet. This iron ferrous oxide can be made into a magnet. I don't know. I think I am confusing all of you too much, bringing too much of technology here. The reason I'm saying is the more you understand these kinds of things, your appreciation of all this will be much greater. That's why
You
I
have
try
to
to say.
demonstrate, Kumar.
Huh?
You have to demonstrate.
I need to set up a lab for that. I need to set up a cell phone lab. I need to set up a satellite lab. I need to set up a magnetic lab. Yeah, maybe one day it will happen. Who knows? I'll have somebody who works with me and create. I can give the idea. Somebody has to set it up. I can be a CEO. So quickly, I will show you how. You have seen those tiny bar magnets, have you not?
Yes,
All of you have seen, correct?
Yes.
Yes.
So think of like that the tape has those bar magnets stuck on it side by in a sequence.
Okay.
So between the two gaps, let me do it here. Can you see this? What I have written?
Yes.
North, south
I could
pole,
see.
north pole. Every magnet will have this north pole, south pole, north pole, south pole. A sequence of that will be there. Between the two, there is a gap, right? And it is switching from south to north here. So when it is switching from south to north, the polarity, that's when a signal is generated. An electrical signal is generated. Okay. When there is no gap, and then it will be one single magnet, north on one end, all the way to the end. They may all be magnetized, but there is not one single huge magnet, strip of magnet. On one end it is north, the other end is south. So, but if you cut the strip into pieces, then it automatically becomes north, south, north, south, north, south.
Okay.
And the gap here and how long it is here, how long the magnet is, all that will define whether it is a music or a speech or whatever.
Okay.
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 This you have to believe me.
Sure.
Okay. In the tape recorder, the olden days tape recorder, there used to be something called a erase button.
Right.
Meena?
Yes,
There
yes,
used to
I
be,
know.
you
Yes,
remember
yes,
that, right?
Mhm.
So you can record something, and if you don't like, if you press the erase
Can
button, it will
erase.
erase it.
Yes.
So it has, by recording what you have done, you have put this north, south, north, south, north, south. in different sequences, all that you have done, different gaps, different lengths, all that you have done. And then you listen to it and you're not happy, you press the erase button goes and makes one single piece of north from one end to the south to other end.
Okay.
That's what it does.
Okay.
It cleans out all these bits of magnets. Bits of magnets are there. It cleans out all that and north on one side and south on the other end. That's all it does. With me?
Yes, Kumar. Thank you so much for the good explanation.
So that's what happens in the Chiti Shaktehi iti means Chiti Shaktehi means completely demagnetized. The chitta, the Shakti of Chitta is completely gone. Completely, fully gone. Fully gone means it merges with divinity. So Patanjali is validating two beautiful things here. One is he's saying you can be a Kshanapati yogi. Upon death, you can be a Kshanapati yogi. That is, your soul upon leaving the body can be a Kshanapati yogi. You are not going to come back, correct?
Yes.
Why no rebirth?
All the karma kleshas are wiped off.
Karmas
erased.
are gone. Karmas are all wiped out.
Wiped off.
Kleshas are all gone. So obviously no rebirth, correct?
Correct.
So the Kshanapati yogi with only one program working, that soul leaves the body and permanently is there. Yes?
Yes.
Forever. 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 With me? Asatoma sadgamaya, tamasoma jyotirgamaya, mrityorma
Amritangamaya.
Mritam means death. Amritam means
No death.
Amaratvam. Amaratvam. In Tamil we say Amaratvam.
Immortal.
Immortality. Amritam Gamaya. When do you get Amartam Gamaya? When you are a Kshanapati yogi.
Kshanapati yogi.
Right?
Yes.
So everything is connected. All our Vedanta, all the slokas refer to the same thing. You must be able to connect all that. So you can be there, you can be that. That is the state of what we call as Visishta Advaita. Have you heard of this? Visishta Advaita? Who brought up this Visishta Advaita?
Madhvacharya.
No. Madhvacharya Advaita.
Oh,
Ramanuja.
Ramanuja. So this is referring to that state of Ramanuja, where Visishta Advaita means I can really be the divine, but I cannot be but there is some difference. What is the difference here? I am connected to the divine, fully connected, but I am still not completely demagnetized. Understand? Yes?
Because of the connectivity.
Because your chitta is still existing, right?
Existing.
Your chitta is still existing, correct? Yes or no?
Yes.
Yes.
Akka,
Yes.
why is how do you say the chitta is existing? Tell me.
Because it is connected to the divine.
How is it connected to the divine?
Chitti.
How is it connected to the divine? How is the chitta connected to the divine?
like every moment, there is the single program that's connected to the divine.
So there is one program.
Only one program.
One program.
So that program is connecting you to the divine. That
Divine.
program is the modem. That's what we call normally, right? Now again, more confusion. We have spoken about this many times. That connectivity happens through the modem.
Modem.
And where is the modem? Don't tell me
Above
it
the
is in
head.
your bedroom. Don't tell me it is in your bedroom.
It's above the head.
Sahasrara chakra.
Above the
No,
head.
Sahasrara
no,
chakra.
no. Those are all antennas. That's not the modem.
Mod Atma Nadi, Atma chakra.
Atma chakra. Very good. Atma chakra is the modem.
Atma chakra.
On the head is the antenna.
Antenna. That's right.
Where is the Atma chakra? In the heart? No.
That is Anahata chakra. Heart chakra is Anahata chakra.
Where is the Atma chakra?
Atma chakra is right behind the
Behind the
sternum.
sternum.
Okay, okay.
Right behind the sternum. Atma chakra is at the center of the body, again in the chest area, but between the breasts, at the center of the body, at the center of the body. Whereas
Center of-
Atma chakra, Anahata chakra is at the center of the body, between the breasts. If you make a cylinder from the top of the head all the way to the perineum,
Mm-hmm.
right? If you make a cylinder,
Mm-hmm.
it's at the center of the body, Anahata chakra.
Okay.
Atma chakra is right behind the sternum, in the front part of the body. It's not in the
Okay.
middle of the body. The Atma chakra is the modem.
Modem.
Okay.
What is the expansion for modem?
Okay.
Hmm?
Don't know.
Modulator, demodulator.
Modulated, demodulated.
So they have taken the first two letters from the modulator and the first two words from the demodulator, first three words from the demodulator, made it as modem.
Modem.
That is the meaning of modem. That is the expansion of modem. Modulator, demodulator. Now the next question. What is modulation and what is demodulation? All this I've explained in the class many times, not once. Why I am bringing this up again and again is the more you understand this, the more you will enjoy the sutras, the more
Very well.
easy it will be to relate to many of the things when you read. When realization,
Okay, sorry.
when realizations happen, it is so very easy to quickly grasp it. This modulation, demodulation, I've said many times, not once. I said,
Modulation is receiving the
okay, I'll say it one more. One more
receiving
time
the-
I'm going to say. One more time I'm going to say, pay full attention. It is all in earlier recordings, but you don't have the patience to go back. I know that. So modulation means now I am speaking to all of you, right? I am speaking from my home. You are all able to listen, correct?
Yes.
Is my voice coming directly to you? Am I shouting so that Uma can hear in her house? Am I shouting at that pitch that my sister can hear in India? No, correct?
No.
Mm,
No.
Yes.
magnetic.
What is happening when I speak? The microphone here converts my audio, my sound that I'm making, the sounds that I'm making into electrical signals, electrical audio signals. These electrical audio signals by itself cannot travel too much of a distance because that is their nature. It's like how if we want to walk to if you want to go to the neighbor's house, we just walk. But if you want to go to a friend's house, which is 15 miles away, we take our car and go, or we take a bike and go, or we take a bus and go, right? So similarly, this audio signal can travel to the next house, right? If your neighbor is standing in the driveway and you're also standing in front of the house, you can yell at them, call them, and speak to them. But if somebody is standing a mile away, you cannot yell at them. You have to speak on the cell phone. Correct? Yes?
Correct. Mhm.
So, these audio signals cannot travel too far. So, with the result, what we do is, we put them like how we get onto a bus and the bus travels. And then when wherever we have to get down, we get down, correct?
Mm,
Or in a train or in a plane, wherever you have to get down, we get down, correct?
mm,
Just like that, the audio signals are put on another set of electrical signals called carrier. Carrier. CARRIER, carrier waves. These are the electromagnetic waves. So they are placed on them. You have a carrier wave, and then the intelligence or my voice is put on them. And then the carrier waves carries it all the way to your house through various techniques. From here, it goes to the internet center. From internet center, it goes to the satellite. From satellite, it comes down to satellite in India, all that. We forget about all that for now. So to your house, it comes as a carrier. In that carrier is my voice. The intelligence is also there. So your laptop or your phone or whatever receives that, and it has got the intelligence to understand which is carrier and which is. So it will just strip off the carrier. It will just like a Annapakshi. How Annapakshi can take the milk and let go of the water. So it will discard the carrier wave and only take the electrical waves, my sound electrical waves. Then those sound electrical waves will be sent to the speaker in your iPhone or in your laptop or iPad, whatever. So on the iPad, the speaker takes those electrical impulses that are coming, and the diaphragm vibrates. And that vibration of the diaphragm is what causes the sound. Okay.
mm,
So at my end, when I put the voice electrical signals are put on the carrier, it is called modulation. Modulation means putting on the intelligence on the carrier. They are both multiplied. I don't know how many of you remember two sine waves multiplication, sine A, sine B equals. That formula is what is used there. I studied it 50 years, 45 years back. I have not forgotten in MIT. And and at the receiving end, the carrier wave is coming with the intelligence. It is stripped off. That is called demodulation. Modulation at my end, demodulation at your end. Okay. If we had two sets of things to do this, it's called, one will be called a demodulator, the other one is called a demodulator. But with science, we are able to do, with the technology, we are able to do everything in one piece. That's why it is called a modulator, and it does both the function. It is sending and it can also receive.
Okay.
Right? In your house, you don't have
Yes,
two
yes.
equipments, you have only one, correct?
Yes, yes, yes.
Right.
If we did not have that function, you need to have two boxes, one for modulation and one for demodulation. Right?
Mm,
Mm-hmm.
That's why it's called a modem.
model. Understood. Understood very well. Thank you.
So why did we come here?
Patanjali validating 2 points. Shana Pratiyogi, you
Yes.
can become upon death.
Vishishtadvaita.
So
Vishishtadvaita, yeah.
So Vishishtadvaita, where the connectivity is the one program is connected, right, to the divine all the time. So he is connected. That chitta is forever there, forever. Amaratvam. So that is Visishta Advaita. In Advaita,
Kaivalya.
you become, Advaita is what? Advaita is
One union.
no
one
two.
with-
No two, right? Advaita means, what is the
Right.
meaning of Advaita? Means no two, only one.
One.
Instead of saying only one, it says no two. That is why we say Advaita. We don't say Ekaitva. We say Advaita. Dvaita, not
Advaita.
Dvaita. Not Dvaita. That says Advaita. Not Dvaita. No two. There's only one. Which means even this little program is gone. When this one program which is connecting to the divine is gone, that chitta is completely demagnetized. I have told you everything about demagnetization. I explained a lot of things about demagnetization. Completely, this chitta is completely gone. Because of this chitta is why so many problems, right? So many births, correct? What was the
Correct.
purpose of this chitta when it was launched by Prakriti? Uma, tell me. When
To do its
Prakriti,
Swadharma to connect to the divine.
what was the purpose?
Uh, to
Hmm.
to get rid of the kleshas, karma kleshas, and
Yeah, in the very first launch, there is no karmas, correct?
there is kleshas.
Kleshas are, yes. So get rid of the kleshas.
Kleshas.
And what else?
And not
How will you get
accumulate
rid of the kleshas?
by not reacting.
All that. So you will get rid of the kleshas by being in the path of Swadharma, which means being in the cosmic flow of things,
Flow.
right? Because we are not in the cosmic flow of things, because we did not follow the Swadharma, we acquired karma. Yes or no?
Yes, yes.
Because of that, what happened? Upon death, we accumulated karma. Once karma accumulates, we have to come back. to dissipate that karma. You cannot dissipate the karma when you are disembodied.
Okay. Yes.
So second time we came for the purpose of doing this, and then also we failed. Right?
Right.
Accumulated more karma, went back. We have been doing this again and again and again and again. If only we had done this in the very first birth, it could have ended right there. That is the purpose for which we came.
Correct.
Prakriti did not launch us. Prakriti did not launch us with the intent that we should keep coming back and again to the earth. No.
Okay.
Prakriti's intent was at that time, for the cosmic flow of things, this soul had to be launched. Her intention was that you will do the function and come back. Come back meaning merge with the divine. Come back with a clean slate.
Mhm.
But we didn't do that. We didn't do our homework. When we came here, we forgot the homework. Yes, people?
Yes.
What happened to others?
Yes,
See
yes,
them.
yes.
Yeah, you're here. So since we didn't do that, we kept on going back and forth. And finally, now there is a chance. Now that we have understood all this, there is a chance. And we can be in one of those two states, either as a Kshanapati yogi,
Or
which is
private.
also the Visishtha Advaita state, or become one with the divine
Divine.
by this is the state of the, which is the Advaitic state. Is this clear?
Yes. Yes, Kumarji.
Hmm?
Yes, yes.
Very clear? No
Mhm.
doubts? Any doubts? Because next week Dr. Rajan will be here. So that's why I wanted to finish this today.
Nice.
Any doubts? We can take another 5-10 minutes, doesn't matter. Doesn't matter to me. But,
Doesn't matter to us too.
any questions? Anything that you did not understand?
We have tutorial, Kumar, on Tuesday.
Yeah, we have
Means-
tutorial on Tuesday. Yes. But I don't want you to wait until today. If you have a doubt, ask now.
Mhm.
Get it cleared now. So, Akka, now do you understand why Amma wanted me to study electronics?
Yes.
She did not know. But she wanted me, I mean, she didn't say electronics, she wanted me to go to MIT. Then I thought at the time I chose electronics. Did I choose electronics?
No.
The
Ah.
divine.
Yes,
Divine asked
Mhm.
you to.
yes. The understanding of
Mhm.
electrical engineering understanding, many of these things will be so crystal clear. I mean, I'm trying my best to bring that clarity. Obviously, to bring that 100% clarity, so much of mathematics is needed.
Is involved.
Like, I said sin A sin B equals, what is it? 2 sin A sin B plus cos A cos B, something like that. I cannot even remember that formula right now fully. You can see all that. You can see all that, how this voice and the carrier, you see the waves on a screen, you can see all that, both the things on oscilloscope, that's what we call carrier wave and the modulation wave, and then multiplying them. Multiplying means real multiplication, like 2 times 3 is 6. It will multiply. And then you can see the resultant wave. And there is mathematics for all that, because using that mathematics, we have to design the circuitry accordingly. The mathematics is what will help us to design the circuitry.
Okay.
Very, very interesting.
Mhm.
I wish they had taught this
Very
first
interesting.
before going into electronics. I wish they had taught this first.
Patanjali.
Actually, if I study electronics again, if I get an opportunity, my depth of understanding of electronics will be much more, much greater, much deeper. So anyway, so this understanding becomes so very clear, so very clear. With me, any questions?
Mhm.
So these two states you must be very clear, very clear. The Visishtadvaita state and the Advaitic state.
Advaita.
Just that last word, Chiti Shakti. Just that word.
What is the meaning of Chiti Shakti?
That is, that Chitta completely loses its Shakti.
Merge with the divine.
It completely loses its Shakti. The Chitta, which is one
Okay, okay.
program, is completely losing itself.
So in Shanaprati Yogi, the one program will be there, right? Will
That
be
one
always
program,
there.
yeah, the one program is actually the identifier of the soul, of the Chitta, right?
So it will be in the form of a vibration. It will be there in the cosmos, or where?
Always connected to the divine.
Yeah.
Okay.
See, when as long as it is active, it is there in the ether. There is an area where all these chittas are parked.
Wow.
You must think of it as a parking lot, big parking lot, huge parking lot. So all the chittas are parked. So this chitta is also, this Chanaprati Yogi chitta is also parked. Maybe all the Chanapati yogis will be parked in a separate parking lot. I don't know, I'm just saying.
Yeah.
Mm.
It's interesting.
I mean, there is so
At
much
one-
of ether, right?
Mm.
No,
At
so
one
much of
point,
space.
they will merge with the divine. La?
No,
No.
No.
For anything to remember, for anything to happen, for any change to happen to the chitta, it has to come into a human, it has to come into a body. Let us forget about animals and things like that. It has to come into it has to take a birth and come into a body. A human
Oh, so
body.
once again it has to come and then only
It will
get
not
merged.
come back.
But it is not going to come back, right? We have already said it is all the karma kleshas have gone.
So it will be there only.
Correct?
Correct.
See,
Correct.
for your questions, you must yourself find the answer.
Mm,
Mm.
If you
Right.
think,
mm,
you'll get the answer.
mm.
So for these two states, there's no birth.
So we
no
know that
rebirth.
we have already spoken about this many times, that for any change to occur for the chitta, it has to take a birth. That we know, correct?
Mm, mm.
Mhm.
So if I am in the state of Kshanapati yogi and I am dead and I'm in the state of Kshanapati yogi, the chitta has gone and parked itself. How will it change itself to how can it change itself to an Advaitic state, Chitti Shakti state? Means it has to come back.
Come back, but it won't
Cannot do
come
it from
back.
there.
It's
From
Cannot
there,
come
it doesn't have.
it cannot do it from there.
And it cannot come back also.
It has no rebirth.
Why it
Has-
cannot come back?
Karma
Because no
kleshas are erased.
zero.
All the karma kleshas have gone. Karma has been wiped out.
Completely wiped out.
Yes. And whatever necessary in terms of vidya has come,
Mm.
Okay.
right?
So then what will it do there?
You tell me what it will do. What is the program that is working?
So
Connecting
connecting to the divine, thinking about the divine.
Thinking
Being
every
connected
moment.
to the divine every moment. That's all it will do.
Mm.
Sariyana bore illa.
No.
He'll be very happy having connecting to it. He'll be very happy, no? Blissful life
Yes.
there.
Blissful.
Very bliss.
Mm.
I was talking, I was about to say, when you said the cassette erasing everything, you will be like empty cassette. You cannot listen to any music. Like it will be boring.
No,
So
you
an
are still
empty
assuming. You are still assuming that the empty cassette. So you become an empty cassette, right? You become a blank cassette. Does the blank cassette think that it is boring, or
No.
you think it is boring?
I think it's
So the blank cassette does not think,
doesn't
right?
think. Yeah.
That's what. You become a blank cassette. That's the difference.
Vibration.
So in the
Super.
Kshanapati yogi state, being connected to the divine all the time, 24 hours a day. I mean, there is no day or night, right? Let us say the soul has departed. It can happen while you are here also, it doesn't matter.
Mm.
All through, you're just in that state, connected to the divine all the time.
Such a bliss. Mm.
No, normally when we say, why I said boring is when we do the same activity 24 hours a day, don't we say it is boring?
Yes.
That is why I asked that question, isn't it boring? Why would this activity be boring? That was my question. What makes the activity boring? Tell me. That is where I was coming to.
Kleshas, you're thinking.
Exactly.
Mm.
The kleshas and the vrittis is what making you
Vrittis,
think
yeah.
it is boring.
Yeah.
And they are all dead, gone. They are not there. So there is no question of boring.
Good.
Correct?
Yes,
Correct.
correct.
See, the
So
answer
this
is in the
two-
question.
Oh, sorry. Go ahead, Kumarji. Finish it.
So the answer to all the questions is there only in the fundamentals.
Mm.
Okay.
When the fundamentals are crystal clear, you can answer all the questions yourself. You don't have to go to anybody.
Wow. The Shanaprati Yogi and the Kaivalyam both can happen even before death, the physical death of the body.
Actually, to answer your question, go back to Sutra in chapter 3, almost the last Sutra, I think. Yes, 351.
352 or
351.
I don't have that. Oh. I have 350, 352. 351 is missing for me. Huh?
Where? Here? In the sutra?
No, in my notes. In my
No,
notes.
no. Tat vairagyat api dosha bija shaye kaivalyam.
Hello.
Yes.
Oh, sorry.
So we talked about getting to the state of kaivalyam in Sutra 351. Tat vairagyat api dosha bija shaye kaivalyam. Bija means the seed of all doshas, kleshas. Shaye. Shaye is dissipate.
Dissipate. Burn off.
When they're all gone, we are getting into a state of kaivalyam.
Oh, it's
Look
here.
at the, if you look at the notes here, it says because of detachment towards that meaning you have to go to the previous sutra.
The ability to control everything.
So now if you go to the previous sutra, it says by knowing particularly that Sattva Purusha is another entity,
It's different from us.
one gets
Matrasya.
control over every orientation and knows everything. Okay. By knowing particularly that Sarvat Purusha is another entity. Sattva Purusha is another entity to whom I can only remain connected, because what is Sattva Purusha? Sattva Purusha is beyond the karma kleshas, right?
Hmm.
Sattva Purusha is beyond
Beyond
karma
karma.
kleshas. Karma kleshas. So that understanding, full realization, not just theoretical understanding. How we are talking about all this modulation, demodulation, all these things, how we are talking about it and understanding it so very crystal clearly to the smallest, going to the lowest level, like how we understood this material, Vastu Samye, how we understood that it is the same. We went right up to the atomic level. Then we looked at the subatomic particles. And then that, now I understand. Even if you don't understand, please say that. Now I understand. Because these electrons, number of electrons in this one is different. Electrons and protons and neutrons are different from in this atom is different from the atom in the other one. Oh, that is why they look different. Different in color, different in properties. That's why they look different. And then the understanding comes, okay, all these electrons and protons are existing. Well, why is it different in this one compared to the other one? And then the understanding comes, it's because of the chitta, right? Oh, did I lose you people saying something else? You're understanding what I'm saying?
Hmm.
No, this
Yes.
has no relevance to Sutra 351. I
Yes,
just
yes.
branched off from there.
Uh-uh.
I'm still looking at 351, but somehow while talking about this because I came to this saying, by knowing particularly that Sattva Purusha is another entity who is beyond karma klesha. From that we have understood so many things, that we are all materially the same, all that. From there I came to this gold, silver, lead and all that. By going deeper and deeper and deeper and deeper.
Dosha bija.
So when we are in the Advaitic state, like after
Hold on,
in
hold on, hold on.
Kaivalyam?
Hold on. So this Sutra 351, you are understanding, even when you are alive, you can be in state of Kaivalyam.
Right.
Because Sutra 351 is when you are alive.
Okay. Okay.
Shana Pratiyogi also you can be alive.
Hmm.
Okay.
So 351, it says because of detachment towards that, the ability to control everything, you have detached yourself from that, thinking that you have the ability to control everything. Having own of the source of impurities, dosha bija, is kaivalyam, freedom in isolation.
Then Chiti Shaktehe state will come when only after death.
Siti Chakti state is the Kshanapati yogi state, right? No, sorry. Chiti
No.
Chakti state is the
Kaivalyam.
Kaivalyam state. The Kaivalyam state.
Kaivalyam. Kaivalyam.
Yes. Yeah. Yes.
It can happen when you are alive, right?
It can happen. See, we have already seen
Hmm.
Kaivalyam can happen while you are alive. Upon death, these two sutras, 33 and 34, are the final release. Upon
Final
death.
release. Upon death.
Oh. Upon death.
I mean, what
Upon
I'm
death.
saying, they can be when you are alive. They can also happen. But
after
we are here more interested in what happens upon death. The 33 and 34 are addressing that. 33 can
Okay.
also be there when you are alive. We are not disputing that. What really happens when you are dead, when you die? That's what we are addressing in 33 and 34. The final release.
Final release.
Yeah, I probably must have told you this. Incident where some yogi, I mean, who lived in the 20th century, he would either it is Maharishi Mahesh Yogi or another one of the two. I'm not very sure. He was in such a high state of connectivity. He was like a vegetable. But now and then the ashram will get an invitation for him to come and speak somewhere. But he would speak. So people will have to lift him from his couch, lift him and take him to the car, put him in the car and drive him to the place of where he has to speak, to the venue. And once the car stops at the venue, it seems when those people who have invited him to speak open the door, he will just step off the car and he'll walk to the stage. Hello?
He didn't do that before when he was picked up. He didn't do that. From this.
No, he was in that state. So he
No.
couldn't move then.
He
He
was
couldn't move
he
before.
could not move, he could do nothing, he was in a state of
Nothing.
vegetable, as a vegetable,
Oh,
but
wow.
he would communicate to he will just speak, he used to 1 or 2 words he will speak, that's all. But when requirement like this comes and he agrees to go and give a lecture, they will lift him from his couch, take him to his car, maybe it's an hour's drive or 2 hours drive, we don't know. By the time he has to get down from the car at the venue, when they open the door, he will not need any assistance. He will just get down and walk to the stage himself, deliver the lecture, come back, come to the car, and then when they come back to the ashram, again they have to lift him and put him in the couch.
Who was the
So
person?
he was in the
I
Chanaprati
don't know. I
Yogi
think
state.
either it was Maharishi Mahesh Yogi or there are another name. I don't think it was Mahesh Yogi. It was somebody else. I forget the name.
Yes, you told us, Kumar, once before. No, I have
I
written
did
it.
tell you.
Let me see. Yes, you did tell me.
Yes.
That
So
means he was in the Chanaprati Yogi state, is it? Or Kaivalya?
I don't know in what state he was.
Is that
One
a
of the two.
siddhi? Could that be called a siddhi or? No. No.
See, all these states are such high states, they can have all kinds of siddhis, right?
Mm.
Right.
Yes, yes.
See, there was another thing also. In the Dharma Megha, when you go past the Dharma Megha Samadhi state, you are already very close to the state of either Shanapati Yogi or Kaivalyam state. So one such yogi, they call them by some name again. Those group of people who won't wear dresses. They will walk naked, and they won't come to the city and town and things like that. By and large, they will be roaming in the forest where there are not many people. I forget the name, what they're called. Anyway, once this man somehow
Digambarasa. Digambarasa. Digambaras.
it's not ringing a bell. Maybe I don't know. I'll check. I have to check through my notes. I have made a note somewhere. I'll check through my notes. So once he wandered from wherever he lives on to some place, and then the god from the palace, belonging to the army of that king, he saw this fellow wandering off onto the street, completely unclothed. He said, "How dare he? How terrible this is! How can he do this?" And he didn't know that he was a yogi. So he called him. He called him and he said, "Stop, stop." So this man is in the Chanaprati Yogi state. Okay. He has no awareness of anything else that is going on. So he didn't hear what the God was yelling at, or he was just, he's connected to the divine, he's just enjoying that and he's walking. So the God called him a few times. When he didn't stop, the God was very angry. He came and cut off his arm. He cut off an arm of the yogi and it fell to the floor, the arm. Only at that time the yogi realized something happened, and then he saw this God, and even then the yogi said, "Oh, I am so sorry. You wanted something from me?" He asked. I didn't pay. So he said, "Oh, you wanted something from me? I was not paying attention to you." Then at that time the God realized that this is a very nice person. Unfortunately, I cut off his arm. Oh, so the God was feeling very bad that, without speaking to him, making adequate research, he just chopped off his arm. So he felt very bad. So he told the yogi, "No, I was calling you because you didn't look at me. I cut off your arm. Your arm is now on the ground. So the yogi will look at it and then he say, oh, but again he will look at the God and say, I'm so sorry for not paying attention to you. Don't worry. He'll take the arm, put it here, it will get stuck and he'll just walk up.
Oh, what a wonder.
Wow. Wow.
Because what happened to him? If you go back, I should have probably told you this.
You told us, Kumar. I think you told us this also.
This also I told you.
This incident, yes, this incident also you told.
I don't recall, but this I should have told you right after this sutra. Vishesha darshana atma bhava bhavana nivrittihi. Sutra 25, 425. Vishesha darshana atma bhava bhavana nivrittihi. That is when you lose the sense of this body, that I am this body. So this yogi had no sense of that I am this body. He had the sense of I am a set of vibrations. So at the start of the class, I said we are going to start here. Right? We are starting here.
We are ending here.
And also we said, look at the next sutra, 26. Tada viveka nimnam. From this lower level wisdom, what is that lower level wisdom? That I am not this body, but I am a set of vibrations. That is the lower level wisdom. Okay?
Okay.
I am not this body, but I am a set of
Vibrations.
vibrations. Is the lower level wisdom. If we don't even have that, then we can understand where our level is. With me, people?
Yes.
Yes.
Okay. When you are so body conscious, understand where our level is. Okay. Then I said, from here, we are going to the, so I said this is the number 1 Om. With that intention we chant. And then we chant the third Om with the intention of merging with the divine.
Merging with
And
the
I said,
divine.
and that's where we came to Sutra 33 and 34, right?
34. Chiti Shakti.
33 and 34, that's where it comes in.
Wonderful.
Nice.
So
Beautiful.
everything is connected. All the dots have been connected. Now it is for you to read them again and again and again and again and understand them in the way that you have to understand. You have to make a language for yourself.
Of course.
This is what I found out. As long as I try to understand in the language in which Dr. Rajan is talking, I can only be at that 60%, 70%. Then I have to make a language for myself. With me?
Yes,
Yes.
Kumarji.
Yes. So on that note, oh my goodness, it's going to be almost 2.5 hours. Thank you all for being so patient.
Thank you, Kumarji.
Thank you.
For
Thank
teaching
you
us.
so much.
Thank you so
Kumar.
much, Kumar. Thank you.
Yeah,
Thank you.
Thank you.
And I'll see you on Tuesday. And the next
Yes.
Sunday, Dr. Rajan will be here. Be ready with all your questions.
Okay.
Okay.
And 19th, on 26th February, Kranti will chant all the 4 chapters in our class.
Oh,
Okay.
very nice.
Okay. On the 26th.
Thanks.
I told her all 4 chapters or 2 chapters or 2 weeks, something, whichever is convenient to her. Okay. On that note, namaste.
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 See you all on,
Namaste.
see you all on Tuesday.
Okay, thank
Namaste.
you. Bye.